Hello and welcome to the Leadership's Conversation. We have none other than Dr. Kalmoor, who has been voted the CEO of the Year across the industries for Oman this year. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you.
And tell us more about the impressive array of awards you and your bank has won this year. And what's that success story all about?
Thank you, Gopal. We were lucky enough this year to be awarded with a large number of awards. The best performing bank in Oman, across the banks, the fastest growing bank, and also as the best bank in terms of the innovation and quality aspects. Actually, the awards, the good thing about the awards is that it runs across so many different areas of banking and operations. It's not just one area, and that's what is pleasing to us. In addition, and in terms of, as well as an award for supporting tourism in Oman, which means in terms of supporting the economy itself. In addition to that, they will be getting awards associated with the social services part of it, the corporate social. You see, if you look at the banking industry in Oman, and if you look at the history of the other banks, and I'm talking about the last 20, 25 years, new banks that emerged within 6 years, they were eaten up by the other banks.
Yes.
And that's because they could not sustain themselves, they could not survive, they could not compete against the other banks. So we are so fortunate and so proud to be today not just a surviving bank, but to be voted as the best performing bank in Oman, compared to all of the others.
Absolutely. What was the thought? What was going on in the minds of the leader at the inception and the journey? And what were the kind of choices were you making?
Everything starts with vision. And vision is not just any vision.
Yeah.
You have to start with the right vision, which means you should look at your industry, not in terms of where it is today, in terms of where you want it to be. How to make a difference in what you want to be. So you look at the gaps. This is static analysis, but you must have a dynamic analysis in terms of saying, no, this is fine, this is what they're doing, we can quickly get over that. This is the low hanging fruit.
Yes.
You get those competitive advantages, but you say, now I want to create my own competitiveness. So that is where your vision and the strategy is the first thing that one needs to agree upon and devise. For me personally, I've always believed in the blue ocean strategy, which means that you don't go where the red parties, where everybody's fighting on the same turf. You say, let them fish there. We go somewhere else and enjoy ourselves and bask in there. That's what we have been doing when we're looking at our strategies, when we're looking at our products, when looking at the processes, everything that. You must prepare yourself well to enable you to get there. One, to get there. Two, to get there as quickly as possible. Three, to get there with the least cost. And herein comes other areas of management. The most important part, people.
Yes.
Without people, you do nothing. Then we need to look at the person himself, his development, the way he should feel good within himself while working in his organization.
Yes. What does that innovation mean to you, and how this 24/7 innovation comes naturally to you?
Innovation, of course, has had a bad rap for the financial industry after the financial debacle of 2008. But for me, it's all about innovation. It's crucial. And that's what differentiates you from the others. And that is where the questioning part comes in.
Yes.
What does it mean to question? It means to innovate.
Yes.
You first have to ask the question,
Question
Then
the
the
status
answers
quo.
come. It's more important to ask the question. It's about the process. And that process is so many different things. Innovation is in terms of your time to market. You know, even when you're doing something new, how long will it take you? So you innovate in terms of how quickly you're going to be able to deliver your product. Innovation, in short, is whatever you look at, you need to innovate, whatever that process is, in terms of even the HR development part of it. So innovation is not one thing. It permeates and touches upon each and every area, whether it's operation, whether it's research, whether it's customer experience, whether it's the product or the service that you're bringing on. It's about creating markets.
Any specific thoughts on how technology has really propelled your own leadership in the marketplace and in such a shorter time? Because everyone understands how long it takes for a bank to really live alone, establish, as you said, the survival part of it, but to succeed and be a leader. And how did technology help you disrupt in the marketplace, which has been established for centuries, to be able to compete with the big boys?
For us, to be honest, we start with ideas first. We think of ideas, we think of gaps, we think of creating a new market, then we see how technology comes to the fore, how it helps us with it.
In terms of challenging the status quo, as well as in terms of running at the same pace as you are, and also in some cases staying ahead of the curve compared to the other banks, not only in your region, leave alone the country, but globally. How's been your experience working with Infosys and Finacle?
Remember, I've always said we are partners, we both said. And I believe in that. It's a question of, it's been a relationship of partnership, and whenever we have any issues, and there will be always issues in marriages and in partnerships, it's a question of sitting together and discussing them out and coming to solutions. And that has helped us. This kind of rapport that has been between us has been great help to us. And obviously we have to come to you, because whatever we do, you're sitting there. We cannot escape from you, even if we wanted to. So it is that kind of relationship.
Sweet prisoner part you're talking about.
Absolutely. And as I said, no, we have had a good relationship, and I do hope that we will continue with that as long as there is dialogue, as long as there is this kind of sittings that we have, I think, and with the right minds.
Yes.
And that is very important. In any relationship, the mindset, the attitude is essential. Absolutely. And I believe we have the right attitude with you personally, between me and you. Yes. It has been a really wonderful relationship, something that I cherish personally.
Excellent. Thanks for that. And Dr. Kalmoor, the leader, when you wake up every day and when you set your journey at every stage, what's your motivation? How do leaders motivate themselves, and how do they really take them and the team ahead?
You want to be different. For me personally, whatever it is, I look for differences. How to be different in what we are doing. And that's what motivates me. And I get my colleagues and everybody else on the same mind frame to be different, because only if you're different you'll be so successful. Secondly, when I look at a bank, I don't just look at it as a bank, as money-making machine. No, that's not enough. That's not what it is. For me, it's a vehicle. For Oman, it's a vehicle for economic development. I look at the larger picture, and that is something that we have been working on, incidentally, and perhaps the only bank in Oman that has been working in terms of right from the start. We started off with what I call entrepreneurial investment banking, which means we as a bank acted as entrepreneurs for the economy in terms of coming up with projects where we start with the ideation stage and take it across and champion it to the end. So we are working on $2 billion worth of different projects The idea here is that we show to the others that it can be done in Oman, and this is the way to do it, and to take it in a very meticulously detailed manner to ensure that there is success in what we are doing, that will have a mindset change, a cultural change, and as well as to provide confidence for the foreign investors that they can come into Oman and they can invest in this.
Thank you, Dr. Kalmoor, for coming all the way to Bangalore, spending time with my team, and bringing in your perspectives on leadership and what it takes to accomplish success with all my colleagues at Infosys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hargopal, and it's been very good being with you. It's always good to be with you, and I'm very happy to have had this discussion here, this talk.
Folks, thank you very much for joining in, and look forward to many more leadership conversations on this forum. Thank you.